the Toronto Raptors, another team that maybe, well, they have changed some pieces here and there, but not major changes so far. Van Vliet most likely starts. Trent obviously starts. OG starts. Scottie Barnes, Siakam, the starting five is pretty much set, I guess.
Yeah, I
And
agree with that
the
five.
starting five would probably be the only fantasy relevant guys there. I don't know Boucher. Boucher has dropped off a bit, a lot in the drafts. No managers are
If
now
you
as
look at,
high as on him as past years.
yeah, for certain reasons, no, Pascal Siakam is the guy that's skyrocketed up draft boards and rankings. He's top
Yeah,
25, sometimes top 30 at the very least. And people have him as a center, as their center, and that's probably one reason. It's because rebounding is gonna improve, his field goal percentage, which is really low, is gonna improve. Maybe even more block shots. He's not a blocker, but if he plays center, that's gonna help him. So that's probably one reason, and that's probably one reason Boucher is not being talked about as much. For one, he's very very inconsistent. Number two, the coach hates him. We know that. And now the coach has not only Otto Porter, the coach has Thaddeus Young, the coach has a youngster in Precious Achua, he has Kem Birch, he has Bo Cruz. So,
Bo Cruz.
I mean, uh,
Wancho. Who
Bo
who?
Cruz just won the Eurobasket
Yeah,
for
who shot
Spain.
what
So
7 threes today?
I don't see how a guy who couldn't get minutes when they didn't have anybody suddenly get a lot of minutes when they have a lot of players in their in their lineup. It's super deep. The small forward, power forward, center position is really super deep.
Yeah,
Scary even for me. That's why I haven't drafted any OG.
yeah.
I'm a little
OG
lower
is
on
one of the
Barnes.
players that I think would um has dropped in terms of
Yeah,
value fantasy wise. Even Van Vliet has dropped. Maybe because
Van Vliet just dropped. Yeah,
he didn't have a good year. I think Siakam not really dropped, not really moved up, but I think the injury last year affected his draft position. But prior to that, he was going there within that second, third round range. So I think he just went back to
yeah.
where people expect him to be. Scottie Barnes has moved up as well. I think uh, he has probably somehow what has he leapfrogged OG already
Yeah,
here,
easily. he that's not even a question anymore.
right?
Scotty's over OG by a mile right now.
Yeah, and he could be better this year after 1 year under his belt. And they run some offense through him. That's also another thing about Scotty, and that's why one of the managers in one of the leagues said that he would have preferred Cade over Scotty. But we don't know still how Scotty's role will be here, and he could surprise us as well because early in the season he was what doing some triple doubles here and there, right? With
Yes, I
better
see
stocks, right?
some trades happening though. This is just too imbalanced, this roster right now. I think they have to make some moves to give Scotty more minutes. And if that happens, I would like him even more. I would like him more. Right now, as you said, you always mention that he's going really high. I mean, people are picking
It's
him
going high,
30.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it given this depth chart. I don't like that right now. But if a trade happens, as we talked about in our mock draft, our actual draft episode, that will be okay then. That 30 rank will be okay if a trade happens. But we don't know. We really don't know if that
So who
will happen.
surprises us here?
I will go Gary Trent. Gary Trent is
Wait,
around
who
9.
who finished higher last year? Was it Gary Trent or Drew?
Drew finished higher last year. I think I didn't check, but I remember we had an episode where we talked about it and we said that they're right
They were
beside
close.
each
They were
other.
close. They were
They
close.
were close, right
I
beside each
think
other. And
Trent scaled back a bit. I think he regressed a bit towards the end of the season because
Yeah,
of injuries too. I think he had some injuries as well. So yeah, so you picked Garrett Trent surprising us.
yeah. I think he's
He's not
90s to 100 something
he's
right
not
now.
a very popular player to pick, even if he performed last year. I
I
mean, he
think
was performing top 30, right?
people are not sure about his steals because that was just last year.
Yeah.
Last year, before that, he was not really good in steals, but last year he was really good in steals. So people are not sure, is that a fluke? Is that gonna continue? I think it will go down a little, but still more than one a game. Still more than one a game for sure. And then the 3 pointers still there. And then this depth chart helps him even more. I mean, Ron Harper Jr. and Justin Champagny or Danton Valano or Jeff Tautin. These guys are not gonna be a problem for him to get a lot of minutes. So I think Trent should be in the 70s. Should be in the 70s.
All right.
That's where
Who do you
he should be
think
picked.
will be a bust here?
OG. I think we talked about OG, but I think that's the easy answer there. He's still going 40s, 50s sometimes. I think it's just not there. That's just not there anymore. He's not gonna be a star. And fantasy wise, he's not gonna be the player we thought he was.
I
Uh,
think the addition of Scottie Barnes hurt him a lot.
yeah, hurt him a
The
lot. So
opportunities, the defensives, the stocks aren't there anymore. Because Scottie Barnes can play whatever role OG can play. And even better because Scotty can play a point forward role from time to time. So I think yeah, I think OG has plateaued as well, skill performance wise. I mean, everyone
yes,
thought he'll have a breakout season last year, but Scotty Barnes was the guy that really moved up last year, um, during his rookie year. So yeah, I agree. Toronto, anyone deep league player to watch out for here?
I don't have anyone. Maybe Dan Lalano Banton.
How
If
about Flynn,
if if Van
who
about
scored
who?
what? Malakai Flynn scored what?
No, I
70?
think it's more of. I think Banton might be the guy that will get more minutes if Van Vliet goes down instead of Flynn. They like Banton, and I think he has improved. He played for Canada, in the America, and then in the qualifiers, and he was
Yeah,
he improved. So I think Banton. I would say Bo Cruz, but I don't think people are surprised about Bo Cruz anymore. He's
he's not. He's not a young player. He's kind of a veteran already.
yeah, but that's just a joke. He's not gonna get minutes here with Toronto. Not enough. I think Banton, because Banton can play point guard. Uh, as I said, the guard depth chart is not that deep